It's a voice that whispers my name. It's a kiss without any shame. Something beautiful, yeah, yeah. Like a song that stirs in my head. Singing love will take us where something's beautiful. I've heard it in the silence, seen it on her face. I felt it in the long hour, like a sweet embrace.
Our guest today is Tammy Lane, an ordinary housewife in a nondescript suburb that could be anywhere in the country. Tammy is a wife and a mother. She has a busy and fulfilled life, and yet she still felt there was something more. Little did she know, God was preparing Tammy for something beautiful. Tammy, why don't you just kind of start from the beginning and tell me how all of this started for you?
Okay, Tina. I guess when it started was, I felt like the Lord was leading me to purchase a camera. And I mean, you know, a pretty good camera.
Right.
And I tell my husband about it, and he's like, why? Why do you need a camera? I mean, what are you going to do? And I was like, I don't know, but I just feel like the Lord is placing on my heart things to film. Mm-hmm. And I just really have a desire and a strong urge to do this. And so he's like, okay, we'll get a camera. And so I got one.
Then when did the idea or the vision to actually take the camera and film mission work, how did that come out of that?
Tina, actually what happened was I was sitting there watching TV one evening, and I saw a leper colony on TV. And these were people that had leprosy in India, which I had no idea that this was in existence. Like, yeah. And I was like, oh my goodness, these poor people. They would be just kind of set out to the side and put in their little villages, and there were no funds for them or help for them per se. So I was really moved by that, and I was moved to do something about it. So I really had a strong desire to film it and just to go and take a team and help these people, just see what we could do. I don't even know what we would do. Right. I had no idea what I was doing.
What was going to be the outcome of all that?
Yes, I had no idea.
You're doing research on this leper colony. What was your husband thinking about all this? I mean, obviously while you're looking into actually going down there.
He was not real happy.
I can understand why.
Yes. He was fearful for me. I need to tell you something.
Is this a good something or a bad something?
It's a good something, but you might consider it a bad something. I really want to go on a trip to Africa and India and film it as a reality show, but take this trip and feed people and be gone for a good amount of time.
Yeah, that'd take an act of God. You're going over there where you've never been before. You don't know who you're going over there to see. I mean, you talk to a guy in India on the internet? No, you're not.
You're not listening. I want to make a difference.
You know, when I was just doing some of the research that you had on this whole experience, and you talked about the leper colony, I remember my reaction being, I didn't even know they still had leper colonies.
Right. I didn't either. I had no idea.
I mean, you think that that's something we read about in the Bible, but not actually something that is still going on in third world countries.